Previously on Ancient Secrets of Time. In Episode 1, we uncovered the forgotten origin of the 12-month calendar, a system shaped not by modern science, but by ancient sky watchers who tracked the sun, the moon, and the stars. From the lunar months of Sumer and Babylon to Egypt's 365-day solar calendar, early civilizations battled the heavens to keep time aligned with nature. We learned why the number 12 became sacred worldwide, reflected in the zodiac, the gods, and the cosmic cycles that shaped human belief. And we saw how Julius Caesar transformed time itself, creating the Julian calendar, a system that stabilized months and redefined the year for the next 1600 years. Now, Episode 2 reveals how Rome decided when the year truly begins, and why January 1st became the world's most powerful date.
Since the dawn of time, I have guarded the secrets of the ancients. Come closer, travelers. I shall reveal what few men have ever known.
January 1st, the day the world resets. But this date wasn't chosen by nature. It wasn't chosen by astronomy. It was chosen by ancient politicians, priests, and emperors. Long before fireworks and countdowns, Rome secretly changed the world's clock. Today, we uncover the real story of why the new year begins on January 1st and how a forgotten ancient decision still controls our lives.
Every year, billions celebrate the same moment, midnight on January 1st. But this global ritual didn't come from the stars. It came from power. The choice of January 1st is one of history's most overlooked secrets, a decision rooted in politics, war, religion, and cosmic symbolism. In this episode, Sir Ancient Secrets Vision, we travel deep into the heart of ancient Rome to uncover the hidden truth behind the world's most universal date.
For most of human history, the year did not begin in January. Ancient cultures used spring equinox in Egypt, Persia, and Babylon, autumn harvest in Celtic regions and Chinese, and winter solstice in Germanic and Nordic tribes. Even early Rome began the year in March. Why March? Because March was named after Mars, the Roman god of war. March marked the start of the military season, the beginning of political activity, and the rebirth of nature after winter. In other words, Rome used to begin its year with spring, not winter. So what happened?
The first major shift came during a crisis. In 153 before Christ, Spain rebelled against Rome. A new set of consuls, Rome's highest officials, were needed urgently. Traditionally, consuls took office on March 15, but the Senate couldn't wait. They made a radical decision. The new year will begin on January 1, so new consuls can take power immediately. This was the first time January 1 became a political new year. It had nothing to do with seasons, nothing to do with astronomy, everything to do with war and power.
January was named after Janus, the two-faced god of beginnings and transitions. Janus looked both forward into the future, backward into the past. He symbolized doorways, endings and beginnings, and cosmic thresholds. To start the year with Janus meant starting the year with divine approval. Rome believed the god of transitions watches over the transition of time. This symbolism helped January grow in importance.
By the 1st century before Christ, Rome's calendar was broken again. Priests were manipulating dates for political advantage. Months drifted away from seasons. Chaos ruled time. Julius Caesar decided to fix it forever. He invited Egyptian astronomer Sosigenes to Rome and created the Julian calendar, which set the year at 365 days, added a leap day, realigned months with seasons, and officially declared January 1st as the universal start of the year. For Caesar, this wasn't just science, it was a message. Rome controls time. January 1st became a symbol of imperial order.
Ancient Romans celebrated January 1st with rituals that might look familiar and others that were bizarre. They exchanged small gifts, decorated their homes with greenery, held feasts, prayed to Janus for good fortune, performed purification rites, offered honey and wine to ensure a sweet year. But they also practiced divination for the year's fate, animal sacrifices, and public oaths of loyalty to Rome. The new year was not a party, it was a spiritual contract with the gods.
After Rome fell, not everyone accepted January 1st. Different cultures tried to move the new year to Christmas, March 1st, March 25th, Annunciation, Easter, even September. Christian leaders disliked the pagan ties to Janus. They wanted the year to start with Christian symbolism, not Roman mythology. For centuries, Europe argued over what day the year should begin. There was no agreement. Time itself had become political again.
In 1582, Pope Gregory XIII introduced the Gregorian calendar, fixing the drifting dates. But one rule remained untouched. The year will start on January 1st. Even Protestant countries, who resisted Catholic influence, eventually accepted it. By the 20th century, the entire world, regardless of religion, culture, or geography, used January 1st. A decision made in ancient Rome became global law.
January 1st isn't just a date. It's the echo of an ancient empire. It's the legacy of Janus, of Caesar, of forgotten priests and old wars. When we celebrate the new year, we're participating in a ritual thousands of years old, shaped not by nature, but by the hands of Rome itself. In the next episode, we'll explore how 10 entire days disappeared from history and why the world needed to erase them.